So over the next 18 months, we have got some fantastic international football to look forward to. We've got the Euros out in the summer, of course, Copa America as well. And of course, next year, we've got the big one, is the World Cup. But before all that, we've got to get there first. Today, we're going to do my early door picks for the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe. And today, it's all about Group B. Once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, I'm asking you, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get your bang up to date with all things World Cup related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to go here under one Ruski. That's right, folks. So over the next few days, we're going to be taking a look at each and every one of the groups that apply to Europe as we get closer to the tournament itself. Now, of course, I will be doing match day by match day predictions for the World Cup qualifying campaign as they come along, but these are my early door indications as to who I think will go through to next year. I said next year's 2022 World Cup out in Qatar. Now we'll talk all about that in a minute. Of course, I want a big shout out to the Patreons. That's right, the VIP band of brothers supporting the channel behind the scenes. If you are interested in becoming the latest member of that band, check out that link down below. There's in the description, patreon.com/Roversies. Now, before all that, let's get into talk about the next round of matches, of course, and of course, we're going to kick it off right here, right now. So here we are, boys and girls, taking a little look at Group B, of course. But before we take a look at Group B, we're going to take a look at the nations that make up Group B. Of course, we got the fantastic Spain are in here, Sweden also in there, Greece, Georgia, and of course Kosovo. Very, very sticky wicket right there. Of course, Spain will be fancying their chances as potential winners here. They're currently ranked, what are they in the world? 6th in the world. They were once highest as number 1 for a few, for quite a few successive years as number 1. Meanwhile, joining them will be Sweden, currently ranked 20th in the world, and they're currently ever highest was number 2 back in 1994. They're also joined by Greece, currently ranked 53rd. Of course, didn't do very well for the Nations League or the European Championships, but they're ranked 53rd. They were once ranked as high as 8th. Kicking on further will be Georgia, 89th in the world currently. That was their current ranking. Of course, they were once ranked 42 back in 1998. That's probably Kishvili's day. Meanwhile, Kosovo, new to the scene, of course. They do have a ranking 117 right now. They were once ranked 114. I do think that number will increase. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, of course, these are the teams or the nations that make up Group B. But how will they fare as, of course, the qualifying campaign kicks off? Of course, it'll kick all off on match day number 1 on the 25th of March. Sweden taking on Georgia. And I do anticipate a nice early win for Sweden on the books here. Comfortably 2-0 over in the land of the Swede to give themselves a big fat 3 points and move in the chains, of course. Spain, though, taking on Greece again. Greece could be, you don't know. I don't know about Greece these days. I don't know how well they can compete. But I think they'll lose this one regardless. I think Spain pretty much going to have a clean sweep at home anyway. 3-0 for Spain to give themselves a first win of the campaign. And again, try to move themselves into, of course, the reckoning for qualification for the World Cup. Georgia will take on Spain, according to match number 2, just a couple of days later in Georgia, of course. I do anticipate it's a bit of a struggle, but I think Spain will come out on top with a 2-1 win over Georgia. It's just a bit of an interesting place to go. Meanwhile, Kosovo will host Sweden, and again, I did tip Kosovo to do well and make it through to the Nations League, but unfortunately they faltered then. I do anticipate them to be a bit of a sticky country that will cause some problems, but I think Sweden will have the quality. They've got some really exciting young players, and I'm looking forward to the Euros to see them in action. So 2-0 win for Sweden to take it, and of course put themselves in control of this group already with, of course, back-to-back 2-0 wins, back-to-back clean sheets as well. Greece will take on Georgia in the Battle of the G's on the 31st of March. Quick succession there, 3 match days in a row. Who's going to take command of this one in the Battle of the G's? I'm going to give it to Greece at home to give themselves the W, and of course give themselves a belief that they might be able to compete for at least the runners-up spot, especially when at home. Spain will take on Kosovo, and again I do anticipate Spain will get the W on this one at home. Same match day, same time as well. 3-0 Spain in control. Kicking on forward though, we have Georgia taking on Kosovo on all the way into September. Now, a bit of a gap on these guys, of course. The difficult one, this one could go either way. I think I've gone with a draw. That's right, point split right down the middle, and I think that probably favours Kosovo getting some away points on the board again. That's their first point on the board. It's also the first point on the board for Georgia, and it's the first encounter on this match day number 4 for the big guys. Sweden up against Spain. Who's going to come out top on this one? I think it might be a draw on this one. 2-2 in the end. So both the matches on this day will end all square and basically as you were. Sweden, though, still unbeaten, as are Spain. But a couple of goals conceded has given Spain the belief that you know what, this is theirs to lose. Kicking further on to the 5th of September, it'll be Kosovo taking on Greece over in Kosovo. And again, I do anticipate Kosovo will prove to be difficult against Greece and probably get the win here with a 2-1 win on match day number, what is it, 5 for them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's match day 5 in total. Spain will be taking on Georgia, of course, as well on the same match day. And I do anticipate Spain again at home, clinical goals as well, and yet to concede a goal at home. So 4-0 for them, and again puts them in control, in the ascendancy, I think, for Group B. Kicking off further though, it'll be Greece against Sweden a couple of days later on match day number, whatever that is, 2, 4, 6 maybe, something like that. Greece will be tough to beat. Sweden, of course, starting to drop some points here, dropped some points against Spain, dropped a couple of points against Greece, but again still unbeaten and still in at least a shout for second, if not top. Kosovo against Spain also will be probably a little bit tough, but I think Spain again will get the win, and again will have the 3 points in the bag. I think that puts them in the driving seat for Group B. Kicking off further into October now we go. Georgia against Greece in the Battle of the G's once again. Greece won it last time around. Will Georgia get anything from this time around in Greece? I think they'll get a point on this one, which makes it back-to-back games without a defeat at home for Georgia to give themselves something to shout about. But unfortunately, they're looking to avoid the wooden spoon. Sweden have taken Kosovo over in La Suède. Of course, it'll be a 3-1 win for Sweden. Again, back to winning ways and keep on the unbeaten run and keep believing that they've got a shot for top honours. They have to beat Spain in Spain, so that to get themselves, I think, back in control of this group. Kosovo will take on Georgia on the same next match day on the 12th of October. It'll be a 2-1 win for Kosovo, which gives them a couple of wins for the campaign, beating Georgia and also beating Greece at home. Same match day, Sweden against Greece. Difficult one, this one. Greece used to be a more difficult opposition, but I think they'll lose this one as well. Sweden take the 3 points with, of course, a 3-1 win at home. Back-to-back 3-1 wins for Sweden in the month of October. Into November we go. Georgia taking on Sweden on this badger in Georgia. 2-1 win for Sweden. 3 wins on the spin puts them right back in the contention for top honours. Greece will take on Spain. Same match day on the 11th of the 11th. Of course, a little bit later on in the day. I think Spain will get this one as well. Just over the line. They are narrow. They are narrow wins. Narrow wins over Kosovo. Narrow wins over Greece. Narrow wins over bloody Georgia on the road. What happened in Sweden? They drew that one. So I think their travels might be a bit a chance for some upsets, of course. Meanwhile, of course, into the final match day will be Greece taking on Kosovo in Greece, and Greece will get the W on this one with a 2-1 win. And of course, Spain against Sweden. Winner takes all on this one. I think Spain gets this one comfortably 3-1 in the bloody end. So if you're a mathematician and you can see this, the way this is going, I think you know who will go through. But what about the chasing pack? Let's take a look at, of course, the table as it pans out. Here we go. Georgia in 5th, just picking up a couple of points, a couple of draws on the way, but no wins for them, and of course a bit of an embarrassment campaign for them. Meanwhile, to 4th, it will be Kosovo, picking a couple of wins and a draw to boot to give themselves 7 points on the board. How about into 3rd spot? We have, of course, Greece indeed. Unfortunately, they'll not go through. 2 wins, 2 draws, and of course 4 defeats. Into 2nd, we have La Suède, 17 points, just the 1 defeat. That was against Spain, who of course come out on top, sitting pretty, yet to taste defeat. Of course, that was my picks. Be sure to get your own picks in, nice and early for this one. I'll tell you, hopefully I'll tell you what the bookies think about this one, as of course we edge closer to the start of these campaign at the back end of March. Of course, the favourite, we'll get to the favourite in a minute, but the underdog is Georgia, 100-1. That's who I've got. Kosovo, our 2nd underdog at 50-1. Greece, our 3rd. Of course, Sweden, our 2nd favourites for the group at 6-1, and Spain are 10-1 on. Nailed on to win this group. That's a big price. You know, Sweden could upset them. I feel. I think that's a bit too generous if you're a betting man. So that's what I think. Be sure to get your own picks in, of course, down below. And again, we'll do it all again tomorrow for Group C. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the old thumbs up. But if you're new, smash your subscribe button. Get your bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related, World Football related. We're going to all here under one roof. And once again, I want to reiterate that I will be covering each and every one of the World Cup qualifying campaign matches for Europe as we get closer to them. So make sure you track back for that. So make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the little bell as well, so you don't miss a beat. And of course, we'll be covering the World Cup when it comes back around, of course, next season. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Please check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. And again, if you want to support the channel in another way, you could become the latest member of the band in the old patreon.com/Rocees. That's the link down there. Check it all out. But until then, hopefully your team and your country makes it through to the World Cup. But if not, support the next best thing. Anyway, until then though, I'll see you all next time. Smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. Till then, I'm out.